Okay, in 5 minutes or less, what is the DNAICUC? What's it about? What does it do? What are the benefits? What are the problems with it? 6:53 a.m. Sunday, November 12th, 2017. Try to get the glare off that. Okay. I just did a longer video a minute ago, but how-to series, understanding yourself in and out of body. But I'm going to put this one on first. So what is the DNAICUC? Okay, what's going on? What am I doing when I talk about that? What's happening? What are the issues with it? What does it do for me? What do I have to deal with when I have it done? What is it? DNA is DNA, okay, and then ICUC is intensive crank-up consultation. It is a consultation where we talk, but it's the one where the free energy work is actually relative to your DNA, among other things. It's the strongest consult I've ever offered. Well, it's the strongest energy work I've ever offered with any consult. As I've changed and gotten stronger and evolved while in this body, other people are too that have cranked up. They start changing. But this DNA consultation, what it does, it goes inside your body and I reformat your DNA, not into an alien and into what you are, but an advanced form of DNA. Now that's a lot to say. Where's the proof of that? Proof's coming. Scientists are in a process of proving it. They're out in Spain. There's geneticists. There's one in Belgium I've introduced this to that's kind of curious about it. Excuse me, especially after having received one and then all of a sudden realizing, crap, this is real. Folks, that's interesting and neat for those of us that want this and we're looking forward to it. But for those who are in the science field and it actually happens, they say, holy shit, this is real. Yeah, it is. Freaks them out. So anyway, that's what it is. It's a consultation. We talk about things you need to understand that I can see for you that you can't see for yourself yet. The stronger you get, the more you can see for yourself, do for yourself, and understand, which allows you to help those you care about and others around you. And a lot of you are literally just going to be, you are already, but some of you are going to be doing even more, helping other people, teaching them maybe the most important thing in their lives, to be themselves, their true selves, their full selves. Okay, now, what I do is I go into your body. We relax, we call us up. You have to pay first, okay? And the spiritual foundation, we take care of people, animals. This is about bringing this information and these abilities and this kind of rebirth of yourself while you're in a body, and not just in a body, out of a body, to bring it to everyone who wants it. When I crank you up, when I used to crank people up, 10% of what I put in you, the source energy I put in you, changes your soul, what the type of spirit you are. It makes you stronger and gives you more abilities. So now the DNAICUC, it takes 20%. 20% of of the energy I put in you, source energy I put in you, the strongest source energy there is, period. I put it inside you. You keep that forever. Forever. All your lives and whatever. It also changes your DNA for when you have children. It changes their DNA. It makes them stronger. Now, what's so big about that? Well, the increased understanding you have that you develop from this, it's ridiculous. It's off the wall. Okay. True knowledge. Knowledge is data, but true power comes from understanding, and it takes data, but it's what you do with it that really gives you the strength of understanding something. The more understandings you have, the more wisdom you have, okay? But this also changes your DNA. It changes your body. Now, once you've had this process, the consultation with the free energy work, okay? Credit card companies, when I had to deal with them, the first time I did this to a company that's now died because I left it, and they were about themselves, and that this will never be about any one person. It's about everyone and everything. Had to deal with the credit card companies. The wording is as such, the way it's supposed to be. You look at these psychics give readings. You know, there's no such thing as a psychic. Everyone has metaphysical abilities, and people are metaphysical practitioners. Call yourself what you want, but I just gave you the truth of the matter. Period. Anyway, this does physically start to physically change your body. At the end of this video, I'm going to put some other videos relative to the DNAICUC, people that have gone through it, what they feel like, what's going on with them, how they've changed. After the DNAICUC, 4 months later, you know that there's a difference inside you. You can feel it. You know, you don't quite have a grip on it yet, or you might, depending on how awake you are before you get it. Then you start realizing something changing. 8 months later, you look at yourself in the mirror. You don't need to, but you can't. You see you're different. It starts to change. This keeps going for 7 or 8 years. Your abilities come out all over the place. Boom. It makes your whole body stronger. The hypothalamus gland starts growing more so than a regular crank up, because that's where your basic understanding comes from. Your heart, your whole body starts changing a little bit. The DNAICUC, I totally reformat your DNA to what you are. It takes what you are now, but it reformats it into something that would take a long time, many years. When I say many years, I'm not talking about 100, many years in the future. What it would be. That's what it's about. Okay, now what's the bad part about it? You go through, when you get cranked up, you go through some symptoms, and these other people are going to talk about it. All of a sudden, when your DNA starts changing hard, you'll be cold. It's like, damn, you can have the heat up to 85, and all of a sudden you're cold for a minute, and then it goes away. Then it comes and goes away. That's when you're going through a strong DNA change. When you go through a hard one, you'll swear that you're getting the flu and feel sick and everything, and then it goes away on its own. Must have been a 24-hour flu. Yeah, whatever. You know, call it whatever you want. What matters is that your DNA just changed. Sometimes your head feel really thick, like coming out. That's your brain being worked on. Period. Your brain does grow, so does your skull. Where it grows, how much it grows, it depends on the person, your actual DNA, but you change. Your fortitude, your willpower goes through the roof. It'll help you. If you make up your mind you don't want to smoke, it helps you quit smoking. So will a piece of star essenite in your pocket. That's a lot cheaper, okay? But it has to start with yourself, within yourself, saying, I don't want this. And then it makes the star essenite cranks up your body real strong. And here's the big piece. You don't need anything like this. This is huge. Just a little piece. Two pieces, a little better than 10 grams. One in each pocket, one in each side of you. That's plenty. You got to keep in a baggie though, because this stuff can have somewhat sharp edges. So with the DNAICUC, you're going to feel a little pressure in the head on and off. Okay. Also. When your DNA starts making a rapid change, you'll feel a little cold, then it goes away, like you're going to get the flu, then it goes away, and then it can sometimes hit you really hard. When it does, it lets loose. Okay, you're not sniffling everywhere and getting super sick, but you'll feel it just for a little bit, and then it goes away. The benefits that someone gets from that, no one's ever asked, for me to take it out of them. No one's ever asked for the money back. It's a lot of money, folks, okay? But anyway, what you get out of it is priceless, and any children that you have, once you've done that, they're gonna be changed. The bigger, the stronger the DNA is, the more evolved it is, it actually becomes bigger too. The crank up makes it huge. And by doing that, the wire that goes from an old stereo to a speaker is small. The wire going into your house is huge. Why? Has to carry more current. The same basic, simple process applies to the DNA in your body. Okay, it has to be much bigger because I crank you up and you're stronger. Plus, I put some of my energy in you, source energy from the beginning, but stronger than any other source there is, period. Put it in you. It's yours, belongs to you forever. With the DNAICUC, 20% you keep, and the other 80%, after your body dies, it'll come right back to me. No big deal. But that other 20%, almost everything is sold. That makes you so much stronger, you have no idea, okay? Now, again, people say, where's the proof for that? Hey, you'll find that out when you're out of your body. Well, I want more proof. Okay, fine, I understand. Don't do it, because you don't need to. You don't have to. Okay? I've left you information about the quantitative electroencephalogram here. When I went into, thanks to him providing the QEEG, quantitative electroencephalogram, Martin Parra, out in Sweden, when I went into him, and you can see when I went to his head, just the hypothalamus gland. I went to the hypothalamus gland, put energy in it, and you can see his brain took off, the brain activity. The power coming out of his brain just blew up. It was nuts. And all I did is hit one gland. I didn't overpower the system. So that at least proves that I can do this, go there. But it doesn't prove what I can actually do, and that's being handled, like I said, right now by some scientists. So, and there are geneticists involved too now. There's a few of them that are very interested in what's going on. So anyway, that's what it is. It increases your ability to see through your pineal. I go in and work on your whole body, your whole brain. We get to different sections, and I get you to put your hands over your head, okay, and feel your oars. Okay, now this is a good thing for everyone to do right now or later. Put your hands over your head. Let your hands your palms just kind of relax, okay, and then slowly come towards your head. And you might feel an increase in heat. You might feel a barrier. You might feel nothing, but actually see it in your head and just know, boom, there it is. How do you know? I just know. It's like fire's hot. I know. I don't touch it, you know. As you do, and we go through the process, you'll see that barrier move up and down, and yet it changes, and you keep getting stronger. I can't tell you any more about that, because when you do get one, you need to experience the rest of it for yourself without me talking about it now. So, but every time you feel that change, that's you haven't changed. That extra power you feel, and you'll feel it or know it or understand it, then you know for yourself something happened. Okay, it's not proof that everything I'm telling you is real, but it's proof that something's happening and you're putting out more power. I offer everything I can, and that's all I can offer. The rest is up to you. But that's what it is. So I promised to try to make this a 5-minute video, but let's go ahead and get out of here now. But anyway, that's the short of the DNAICUC from me. And Deanna's already done it a few times. It has health benefits, fortitude, your ability to understand things takes off. That's probably the biggest part of it. There's so much to it. If you go to thespiritualfoundation.com, you can read more about it, and I'm going to do some videos about it pretty soon. I have a lot of work to do in this, and my bad health, my poor health, physical health, that's not an issue. The more me comes out of the body, the stronger I get. And listen to these other people, see what you think. No one's been paid anything. Hell, Martin Parra, so cool. He paid for the QEEG himself, proven it everywhere. I've brought it into everyone else, every other doctors, medical doctors, psychiatrists, lawyers, scientists, geneticists, everyday people like us. Folks, it's everywhere. I'm building a highway for all of you. It takes it doesn't just wake up your abilities, folks. It just takes you and the body, everything to a new level. So, and it takes time. 4 months, and within 4 months, I think I said this already, within 4 months, you'll be feeling something. Within 8 months, you'll actually see a change in yourself, period. See it in the mirror. What am I, your whole sculpted, you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger? No. But you're going to see physical change. You're going to feel it. Your diet changes, your strength, physical strength, everything changes up and down as you keep moving along. because in 8 months' time, like I said, you're going to see change. However, in 7, 8 years, your DNA stops changing. It stays what it is, and then you just keep growing stronger. The younger we are, the better the effect we have for your children. So that's it. Folks, I love you. Take care.